Hey YouTube, coming at you with an Ultra League team submitted by Dylan Overlord, and they say, let me just bring it up here. I really enjoy your content with no thrills and spills and the straight talking, no BS when it comes to analysis. Much respect for that. The idea of the team to showcase XL Malamar, not fully powered up, missing 64 XLs. Hippo to try to test the waters out, mainly the Gator and tentacles. There's as tentacles as bulk. As you will see, there will be a pattern of few losses, but two straight through. And only finished the season at Ace. Also seemed to struggle points to veteran and break the 23-2500 range. But I've gotten to expert once and seemed like a fluke. So anything from your side of style of play, nice to hear. Understanding that being a low range, it's not really a true reflection of skill. Got it. Okay, so Tentacruel, I think smartly, if you're going to run Tentacruel as a safe swap, having Blizzard is a pretty smart idea. Malamar will be interesting to see. It's pretty highly ranked. And then Hippowdon, again, I think probably Glizzcore is a better Sand Attack user, but it'll be interesting to see this in action. So let's take a look. Okay, Giratina is a great lead, especially, so they're running Dragon Breath. Makes it a little less great. You're half Psychic anyway, so the Shadow Claws are actually not bad. But why it's an advantage for you is because you have that Foul Play. So Foul Play hitting super effective on the Ghost. This is an easy stay in and spam here. I get another one off before they get a move off, and that is exactly what happens. Force that shield or take them out. So let's see what they decide to do. They decide to let it go. Going to come in with Ninetales. So yes, you try to rightfully stay in, get to a superpower, and then try to get to Tentacruel after. There's no point of giving up switch here. Landing that, getting into Tentacruel as a wall, and then speaking about wall, go to your Hippowdon. I know Incinerate is not resisted on ground, but having the super effective Sand Attack and Rock Weather Ball, like there should have been an easy switch into. You need to like get in there immediately, especially when Tentacruel has such a good matchup against Ninetales. There's no point in taking that. There's no point in taking that damage on it. I think it's worth shielding here. You don't have to. You could come and you can play either. I would personally shield because the Sand Attack Weather Ball will add up on Ninetales as well. And Tentacruel's a little too low now for my liking. But you'll get to the Rock Weather Ball here. Very spammy. Only 9 one-turn moves, so 9 total attack to get to the Weather Ball is very spammy. And look at those Sand Attacks. Holy Hippowdon. Killing it. Yeah, very, very spammy on the... I love these sort of like 9, 10, 11, 12 fast attack Pokemon. So lead is interesting because Psywave is obviously super effective, but Foul Play is resisted, and these frenzies still really friggin' hurt. And they give a switch into Muck and Hippowdon. Again, you got to come faster here. And again, that may just be like you don't know all your typings yet. You don't know that, but like you have a ground. So if you see a poison, should be like an instant swap here. Going for the straight Scorching Sands to try and grab a shield or take this out. And it lands, so goodbye there. They will punish you here. Both are resisted, so yeah, you might as well try the Scorching Sands to lower their attack here. And it does land. Now the thing is, they're going to come out with moves here. So who do you want to take it on is the question, because they're going to come out with a Frenzy, you're going to lose CMP. No, there's no point of going for CMP here. Chestnut is way too attack heavy to even try CMP with the defensive Pokemon. Not a defensive Pokemon like Malamar, but like a less attack heavy Pokemon like Malamar. So you, Chris Evans, rejoining MCU. Crazy. Landing the superpower is smart, right? They don't know what's in the back yet, yes, so you just try and spam and grab shield or do a ton of chip. You do have super effective poison jabs. They have super effective electric moves. I have no idea what these movesets are. It is a Thunderbolt. That would have hurt. You just got to commit to the farm down. Don't throw a move. And they think they're not going to get to another move or take you out anyways there. So let that go. Giratina, again, we've seen this. Nice to see a Ghost on the lead when we have super effective Claws are coming through, and they are neutral, right? Because you're half Psychic, half Dark. So the Dragon Claw and the Shadow Claw will add up, but with Foul Plays, and they try to catch on a Swampert, and you do not have a good answer for Swampert. You have to just kind of stay in here and then hope you align. You almost need to shield. This is so tough. I mean, good news is there's not a lot of Swamperts in general in this league, but yeah, you kind of have to play this out and then try and get Hippowdon on the... I'd even go super... Jesus. I was going to say, I'd go superpower here, but you're not even going to get to it. But now you're just worried about getting outpaced. So what you might want to do is try to catch a Hydro on the Tentacruel. Especially that they're... So try and catch here. Look at you. Are you sure you're an ace? This is exactly what you need to be doing. And they come in crests. So just try and get to the Scald. That was fast. So I'm thinking that's just a grass knot. And it is. Now the Psycho Cuts are adding up, I guess, a little bit. It's a fast charging move, so it doesn't really do a ton of damage. Getting Scald off. No lowering of the attack or defense. I forget when I would get off here. Yep. Do not let them get a move off on you here for no reason. So there's the lowering of the attack. You may actually live this now. It'll be close. You do live, and you instant swap and 2 instant swaps. Going for the aggressive farm down, not getting it again. It's one of those where it's like you should be coming Hippowdon and getting ahead on energy here, but it's one of those where, ooh, no, because now you're just going to go down and now we're going to get some energy. No, okay, a couple things. One, I don't know a lot of counts, but it is 5 mud shots to a Hydro, so those are pretty easy to count. But even if you have not been counting, you need I always say this, you need an internal clock, much like I don't know where you're from. NFL, like in the NFL, you like the best people like know where the pressure is coming from. But even if you don't see the pressure, you need to be able to know that pressure is there. And like, you need to like, I need to get this ball out of my hands in like 2.5 seconds or less. And it's the same thing with like GBL. It's like, I don't know the exact counts, but I know that it's coming. I need to get this charge move off. So that's the first thing. And the second thing is your Tentacruel was so low and Hippowdon is the only thing that was going to potentially win. You need to get ahead on energy with Hippowdon and not let them get ahead on energy on their Pokemon. So like your Hippowdon could have had like 1 or 2 sand attacks advantage here instead of now being behind like 3 Shadow Claws on this. So now they're so far ahead on energy that they're just going to probably outpace you to the moves here. They'll live this and look at least 1 Dragon Claw, maybe a second now. So here comes the second one, and they may get to a third one because you let them get so many Dragon Claws through. Sorry, Shadow Claws through. And they just come crest, and yeah, it was a pretty tough matchup anyways, but yeah, you can't let them farm like that. You should be farming. Okay, Feraligatr is kind of an evenish matchup. Neutral moves across the board here. Going foul play obviously gives them the spamminess attack because it only takes 10 to a Hydro. So shielding up the first Hydro. So even if you go foul play here, it means they're going to get to the Hydro next before you get to even a superpower. They let it go. So they'll get to a Hydro here. Yeah. It'd be kind of risky to do 2 shields, but okay, that's exactly what we're going to do here. You're not going to get it before they get to a move here. Come on, man. Again, I don't know the majority of counts. You've got to know the main meta Pokemon, like 5 to a Hydro on Shadow Claw. Like those are the things that you need to know. So yeah, coming out with energy, but it's kind of useless. Oh, and go down. Okay, this game's over. I mean, I guess, Jesus. Just for a resisted rock, and now they're going to close combat you and bail, and they could just even Rage Fist. I don't know. And now we're baiting here. So now we got to go Tentacruel, but that's resisted. They instant swap, and it's really 2 Hippowdons? I haven't seen, I mean, I've played like only a few Great League battles, but is Hippowdon? I guess people are just testing out the sand attack. It's an interesting Pokemon. Only 9 to a Weather Ball is pretty cool. And even Scorching Sands is a decent move, not an amazing move, but 13 to that or 12 on the next one. So it's pretty decent, honestly. I don't know about how its stats and where its rank is, but all in all, it's got, at least from the move perspective, spammy-ish, okay-ish hitting moves. Okay, Dragonite is neutral-ish. Again, they may get to the claws before you, but you definitely have bulk on them. So shielding up one Dragon Claw here. And they try to catch on a Tentacruel. So going to chip. Yeah, you may just want to like do like 3 or 4 more Psy Waves and then get into your own Tentacruel. Going for a second one here. Like HIPPOWDON obviously has a good matchup with Sand Attack, Scorching Sands, but not when it's got a Scald loaded. You might want to try and catch. No, just going to stay in this matchup. Go down here. Now, do you come and just Poison Jab and get ahead, or are you just going to Sand Attack down? Going to Sand Attack down. And it is a Dragonite. And Rock Weather Ball may catch this off guard. Because I would not be expecting a Rock Weather Ball, but I don't know the movesets. So they do end up shielding. The thing is, like, your Shadow, their Shadow, they have a shield advantage. It makes sense that they're shielding, and now that you showed Weather Ball, they're more likely to double shield. Yeah. And trying to catch on the Tentacruel, they come in somewhat blindly into a Skeledirge. Poison is resisted, but the Scald is obviously super effective. Incinerate is resisted on their end. At best, they're going to throw a Shadow Ball here. Dragonite is loaded, so you could shield. But the Dragonite's going to have a bunch of energy coming out. Can you get to a move? Yeah, just getting this out of here. Don't want to risk them getting any more moves off. Because now you're going to force the Dragonite to throw some energy here. They're going to have to throw probably both. You'll definitely live one, so they're going to have to throw both. And by that time, you can probably get to a Weather Ball before. Maybe a resisted Sand Attack down from this range as you're both Shadows. But no, it's probably going to be, yeah, it's going to be the Weather Ball. That 9 to a Weather Ball is huge. So we'll take them out here. Okay, again, we've seen this. Don't play it the same way you did last time, please. Gonna get outpaced. Here comes the first Hydro. We know we live, but it's in the red. Getting to the foul play. Again, they're likely just to match shields, knowing that they're going to outpace you. And here comes the second one. And again, tried to catch, and it looks like did successfully catch it. Catching the resisted Hydro. And get met with a mirror match. Ugh, these are so annoying. Okay. Gonna throw the Scald, maybe get the attack lower. It's the only move you can throw here. They get to theirs just as quick because you just caught, so they were instant swapping. So now we're just throwing resisted Scalds again here. Try to chip as much you can. Let's see how much energy they come out with, because then it's like a weird one. Okay, so you did lower the attack, which is good. However, they did farm. So now it's a weird one where they probably can get to a Scald before you Sand Attack them down. Yeah, a couple more. 100% they can get to a... So yeah, gonna just come in Malamar. Their attack is lowered, so you could live a Scald from this range. Yeah, so just gonna... And out comes the Feraligatr. And you did catch a move, but now I gotta shield this up. Again, I like throwing that earlier to force, because they want to get a move off on you, right? So if they want to throw that super hard Hydro, force them with a shield. Because now, yeah, now it's very easy for them to just let that go. Did get the snipe, not even a snipe, but the farm down on, I don't like the bait here. It's not even that much more to get to the Scorching Sand, and honestly, I don't care that they shielded. It's not even that much more to get to a Scorching Sands. And if they let that go, it's such a, like, a killer there. I would have personally just gone Scorching Sands. You probably would have made it to 2 anyways. I think that's, like, one of your only lose cons is if they, like, let that go. Okay, Swampert again. We know Swampert spams in 5s. Unlike Feraligatr, 1 Hydro is nowhere near going to take you out from here. And those sideways are really adding up. Man, for those of you who've been around for a while, or for those of you who have not been around for a while, I should say, Swampert was my go-to Pokemon since Season 1 of GBL. And to not have used it in like 3 or 4 seasons is so weird for me. Because it was literally on every one of my teams, every one of my best teams, one of the Pokemon I was comfortable with, brought it to all the regionals. And all the regionals mean the first one that I was involved in. Yeah, it's fall. That Mudshot nerf just killed it. And speaking about getting killed, losing CMP here is really rough. Try to undercharge so we can get a couple more sideways in. We're down 2-0 in the shields. Charizard comes in. Gonna try and chip with Foul Play here. They're gonna try for the farm down, but then we can just get our Tentacruel on it, so that's fine. And do get to another move. So they're likely to shield and just farm down. But this is where we get our Tentacruel on it. That being said, like, Blast Burn would hurt. And it's an Obstagoon. You know, you could throw one Scald and then get out, or just try and catch here. I don't know about a Blizzard. They're likely to... So they do not shield. I guess they do have a lot of energy on the Charizard, and they need that shield for the Scald. But opting to stay in here, which is kind of weird, because now you just took your Pokemon super low, and now you have a ground Pokemon that is still single resisted by the flying type here, because they are half fire, so you got it single resisted here. And Blast Burn is neutral now, so now you have your Tentacruel that's low enough. They don't even go Blast Burn. Did they not realize what you had? So they went Dragon Claw. So back-to-back Dragon Claws. You get to a move now, so this will force a shield. And now they'll just try and farm you down and come out with a Blast Burn here. They need to Blast Burn you. I don't know what they're doing. Another Dragon... Does this thing not have Blast Burn? That's 3 Dragon Claws when 2 Blast Burns would have won this matchup for them. Okay. You won that matchup because your opponent doesn't have Blast Burn, apparently. Okay. Machamp is a great lead. And they finally get out into Melmetal. Hippowdon. Like, you should be Hippowdon. You have a Steel Pokemon. If you see a Poison, if you see a Steel, come Hippowdon. Come Hippowdon. Come Hippowdon. There we go. And now, what? Double Iron Bash or Rock Slide is resisted. Superpower would be neutral. You have a super effective Scorching Sands. You can live a superpower if you really want to. Take one. There it is. Throw that Scorching Sands. Again, don't take this unnecessarily. And now your switch clocks are very distinct, so they could just probably get out of this matchup. And that's exactly what happens. They come Wall Rain. Nope. You should be throwing the super effective Weather Ball. Because Rock is super effective against Ice. And very quick to get to. You probably could have got to 3. Like, obviously, I think that did even more than that. Throw the move before they get a move off. You take too many moves. Yeah, so we started so promising, though. Like, your first matchups, you're doing everything right. And now, starting to come out. Starting to come out the lower elo range stuff here. Not getting out fast enough into certain matchups. Just what moves to throw and when. Now they're going to try that for the farm down. They do get it. You do have a shield. And you have a Tentacruel too, so that's fine. I mean, you'll probably live anything, but if it is like a Stone Edge or something, I'm fine for shielding there. Okay, maybe 1 or 2 more battles. Starmie. Well, you have the Foul Play, so that's nice. So Psywave gives you a huge advantage here because your Psywave is triple resisted on your Psychic, and they finally try and catch. Oof, and they caught not correctly. So here comes at least 1 superpower, maybe 2 back-to-back here. Maybe 3 back-to-back here. It would be 2 times lowered by the time this next one lands, though. So this one does land, but does not do a ton. Finally coming in with Hippowdon. Going to take this, what, Brutal Swing or something here. And that does chip. I would try to get it to a Scorching Sands, but throwing the Rock probably does not take it out from this range, non-stab. I mean, it is a Weather Ball, it's a non-stab. So Starmie comes in. I think you just let this go. Malamar still has some energy left. What's the move? Surf, okay. Yeah, Starmie, I guess, is somewhat attack heavy, so shielding that Surf up there is fine. And they let it go. They're going to go 1 shield. Well, they have, what, a little bit left on the Guzzlord and then something else in the back. So what do we have here? Here we have a Snipe of Guzzlord. I bet it's a neutral Brutal Swing, so I don't even think there's worth shielding. Okay. Maybe seeing that if they are going neutral Brutal Swing and came into this matchup, that they maybe don't have a great matchup. Or just that Psywave is resisted and they, okay, there's a Tentacruel in the back. Yeah, it was one of two things. It's either they had something weak in the back to Malamar, but on the other hand, they are dark and you have a Psywave, so that is double resisted. So it does make sense just to come Guzzlord, even if you have an okay matchup in the back. So trying to get to Scald here to chip this to put it in foul play range. And coming in with the snipe of the foul play. Now I don't even know if this is enough. And they shield and they come and you can just get the farm down here, resist it or not. Coming out with a ton of energy now, so this will land. If it doesn't take it out, it's like a couple HP away. Yeah, more than a couple actually. So they will take you out. Now, did they undercharge? I think they maybe undercharged that because that definitely should have done way more. I think they tried to like undercharge and catch you off guard because they needed to farm down and come out with some energy for your Tentacruel. Is what I think happened there. Okay, you're not bad at all. I think that there's definitely some things to work on. Just knowing knowing your matchups. It's the best players in the world know how to like are on almost autopilot. Like, I'm leading this Pokemon. If they get out into X, Y, or Z, I'm coming in with this Pokemon. So it should be like that for you. It's like if they get out of their Pokemon and come into a poison or steel Pokemon, I'm coming with HIPPOWDON immediately. So you need to be able to know how to do that. And then, yeah, I mentioned this so many times to people. Over farming is fine. Don't over farm at the expense of not getting a move off before they get a move off. You should be trying to grab their shields or doing damage ASAP and force them into decisions as opposed to just like letting them throw one or two charge moves. And then by the time you decide to throw, they don't need to shield because they've already done all the damage they need to do with their Pokemon. Like, so you need to like be putting on pressure on their opponents. Anyways, that is it. So it is Sunday afternoon. I essentially did 4 videos a day for 3 days to get ahead, which is nuts. So this will be my last video on Sunday. Hopefully, so I'm at the Toronto Regional. I'm charging my camera. I gotta learn how to use this to try to do some videos at the event. And if I get that correctly, that will be tomorrow morning's video. If I do not, I'll just go look at my submissions and do like another Ultra League or Fantasy Cup team. And then the afternoon, there's like a start of the holiday event. So I'll cover the first one tomorrow. Anyways, I could just do like a wrap up anyways. Even if I don't get good footage, you know what? I take that back. Even if I don't get good footage, I may just like cover the event, cover my battles if I was on stream, or even if not on stream, I think I could remember them. Anyways, that's it. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.